Okay, so I've mentioned different notebooks that I've picked up a little bit, and I think I'm finally like, no, I'm not at halfway through it. But this is kind of on the smaller end of things. So there's something about having something that fits in your pocket that you can like change plans with or refer to on your plans on a daily basis or weekly basis or whatever that is kind of unmatched in being able to work with like putting notes down or keeping track of things. And so I've picked up a couple different, few different pocket notebooks, and I've had a few others just laying around. And then some that I've just picked up for like messing around with that are, how do I put it? It's kind of that exploratory, or rather that, trying out different methods, or just trying to show off like what I hate and what I like about different things. So I've been to like Walmart, Staples, Smith's, Kroger, what have you, or even just old stuff that I've had laying around, and even going on to Amazon to pick up different brands that people have recommended otherwise to follow different types of books. So for the most part, so kind of starting off with some of my least favorite ones. So these are look a little bit nicer, but they are both from Walmart. So you've got the Exceed, and then you've got the Pen and Gear. So this one's pretty empty. It's your basic lined notebook with like a strap in it and like a back pocket to put small things in like business cards or what have you. You can halfway use it as a wallet, but yeah, this is pretty empty. This is kind of the one that I kind of started to try and do different things with. So I was trying out the time block system with it, and you can see I tried doing that, but it halfway works out, and then you've got the to-do list on the other side of the spread. Got the same thing here, kind of trying to organize things, and I haven't really kept up with it too well. I mean, I can keep trying, but I think this lined notebook will turn into something different, and I would do the time block in something like a dot grid. But I mean, not gonna lie, these do feel halfway decent. And I think, let's see, it does have some bleed through. So I've picked up like a couple fountain pens that I've been messing around with. This one I picked up at a cheapo dollar store, which is surprising that they would have, but anyway. And yeah, so some bleed through. Pages are kind of like thicker. But yeah, those are two Walmart ones. And along those lines are kind of like your basic memo pads that I've had. These ones I've had for forever. And so you can keep these in a shirt pocket if you're wearing a pocketed shirt. And it provides nice wide lines to work with, like the front cover that you can write on. And then there are the composition notebooks that you can pick up at Walmart for like 3 in a pack for $1. And I've decided that these particular composition notebooks are really good for writing stuff down that I just like thoughts or negative things that I just want to like get off my mind. And then the best part is I can burn them later. So I can go out back to the fire ring and just burn these because they're pretty much all composed of paper, it looks like. Yeah, mostly paper. So they're pretty easy to burn and dispose of, and then that gets a lot out of the way and leaves me not thinking about other things. So kind of my more preferred ones are those that have dot grid. So these ones I haven't written in at all. And this one I've already shown off before. But you've got your basic dot grid. This one I've already kind of outlined. I think this is one I picked up from Smith's, Kroger as well, alongside that one bulleting journal. And that's why I kept the label, which I don't need anymore because I've done that part of it. And then here's another one I picked up at Staples. So this is a True Red brand. It has actually an even looking grid, and it's actually a more acceptable size for me, a more normal size. It's got that faux leather cover. It's semi-soft cover, so you wear it in a little bit and it'll break. So break in. But yeah, it's a basic dot grid. Nothing too special to it. It's got the front cover where you can put like information about it or what all in. And yeah, so it's a basic pocket book, notebook, journal thing going on. And both of these have bookmarks, of course. So now the one that I think I've been using a little bit more recently than these ones, because these ones are thicker for one, and for two, I got these a little bit sooner than these ones, is the field notes. So I've seen reviews on the field notes a little bit, and they've got a few different options. They've got dot grid, they've got lined, and they've got grids squared. So this one's the one that I've kept in my pocket for the last month or so. It's been a little bit less than a month, but you can see it's quite worn. I can fold it over pretty well and take notes in it. It is the grid square that I picked up because it's a grid square, and it lets me take notes in like either direction. Basically, I can like go like this and put a bunch of notes down in a spread, or I can still keep it like this, or I can have a mix of the two, which I've done in a couple spots in here, and it works really well for lists and stuff. So I got the vignette version because I could mess around with it and put different things in. I thought it was cool I could just put pictures or what all that I have in it. So I, for example, have GamerSup's Gamer Tea here. I've got the Moondrop Gews, and then I've got one that I printed off because Field Notes lets you print off your own if you've got a photo that you want to use and you don't want to go through the effort of cutting it out. You can print off a pre-sectioned off part in order to be able to slide it in there and use it in the front cover. And these ones, this set is only like, I think $1 or $2 more than the standard craft notebooks, and it's got a pretty thick cover on it. And I'm pretty happy with it, with all the wear and tear that I've given it. But yeah, this is what I've been using for a catch-all for the most part if I'm keeping notes and whatnot. And you can see that it does have some bleed through, so yeah. I'm not quite halfway through it just yet, but I have kept a fair number of things in it. But it's really cool how this works out. So it's a basic grid square. You've got your front cover with like a date and info about the book, and then the back cover that adds like different ideas and stuff. It's harder to see in this one, but it's easier to see in the green covered one. So yeah, Field Notes has been a really nice one to use so far. After I'm done with these ones, I might, or with this one in particular, I might go on to like messing around with one of these ones a little bit more. But yeah, those are pocketable notebooks that I've picked up that are paper-based, very paper-based. I have also been messing around with some reusable ones. So like the Rocket book is the most notable one and is very popularly sold at Walmart. It's kind of popular for its nice system of holding things like being able to be scanned. And this is the dot grid one, which I am actually not very happy with the way that they do the dot grid in this one, because you have the dots, but then, and the squares, but like they take out dots in some squares, so you get these large square chunks rather than like standard squares that you'd get otherwise. And then this is the Arrow Note, which is done by Rocket Book Inc., but it's for Walmart specifically. And it's reusable, but it doesn't have the scan features. So you can still do the whole whiteboard wipe-off thing with it, But yeah, it's just kind of there. And I've mostly been using this as, at this point, this Arrow Notes one, as a character sheet for Note Quest adventures and dungeon crawls. So like solo RPGs, because some of them don't have a standard character sheet. This kind of makes it nice so that I can both scan and then later on erase and reuse it again for different adventures. And I will probably go over the reusable stuff that I've and how I've occasionally used it later on down the road. If you enjoyed the video, then like, comment, subscribe, feed the algorithm, boost the video up, share this video with your friends. If you found it informative or you just want to chat, I've got plenty of places in the description, Discord, Guilded, and what have you. Check those out, and I will see you guys in the next one.